Good day, my people, my people, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora machismo, my people. Today is Friday, the preparation, the tomorrow of the Sabbath. Happy Sabbath to everyone. Blessed Sabbath to everyone. As usual, I come to give you an update as to today's protest. And my people, it was another beautiful day for protesting. And I enjoyed every minute of it. And I came pretty early this morning. There were a lot of eyes on the signs. And as usual, I must remind you, the front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, or the white man's fame. And the reverse of the sign says, white man, why have you re-enslaved the African American? My people, the re-enslavement of the children of slaves is currently going on all around the world. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it is terrible. In America, it is terrible. It seems like they have already re-enslaved 90% of the African Americans. My people, it's a sad day. They can't make their own decisions. They have to do exactly what they are told or they will be punished. So I have to admonish you, my people, please stay away from homosexuality, bestiality, abortion, and if you are raped, out or kill your rapist. Otherwise you are going to become a slave with a white master. And let me tell you something. There are two African American guys who one peddles snacks in a train station, and the other walk around and sell cigarettes, single cigarettes. These two guys are approximately my age or older, and they are slaves. Their responsibility while they are selling, they cannot move from a spot unless I pass, because they have to report back to their masters where I go and what they think and where they think I'm going. These are grown men, and these are men who have been slaves since they were youth because they get involved in homosexuality. My people, when you are young, you have to think ahead. How is this tattoo going to look when I am 40 years old with children and a wife? How is it going to affect me and my children and the future generation if I am a slave? Please stay away from homosexuality, bestiality, abortion, and if you are raped, out your rapists or kill them. My people, the Caucasians have been busy enslaving the non-white world. And this should never happen, because the Most High, the God of all creation, had warned us thousands of years before. My people, Gonsalves have been currently re-enslaving black Vincentians, African Vincentians, and the Indians too. The Kalinago and the Garifuna. This should never happen, because the Most High have warned us for a long time. The Most High says, and in Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68, those who bought you and sold you as slaves are your enemies. At least you should have known that from that. The Most High says, not even in speaking to the Caucasians, our enemies, in speaking about the other nation, the other man around the environment of Israel, he says, I don't want you to be friends with them. I don't want you to make agreement with them. I don't want you to get married with them. Because you are special. You are my people. My people. Let me refresh your memory, right? For 40 years, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has put 2 Caucasians to rule over us and our resources. In the person of James Mitchell, from 1984 to 2001, and Ralph Gonsalves, from 2001 to present. Okay, we were ignorant. We took actions out of ignorance. We didn't use our common sense because this should never happen. James Mitchell ran an election promise that he is going to produce 1,000 jobs in the first 100 days. In James Mitchell's first term, he ensured that almost 40,000 Vincentians who were gainfully employed became unemployed. This was a systematic and intentional act by James Mitchell to destroy our community because the white people can't be comfortable when black people are around unless those black people are in turmoil, unless they are stressed out and frustrated. Let me give you a brief synopsis of what James Mitchell did. My people, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, our main industry was agriculture. We have very or extremely fertile agricultural land. If you drop a seed by accident, it's going to grow and it's going to bear fruits in large quantities. My people, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, at French's Gate, there was a building there. It was a laboratory. It was called the Agricultural Laboratory. In this laboratory, they will do researches and they come up with ideas as to how to best utilize the excess agricultural product we had in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The excess mangoes, guavas, plums, and all of these things. They will teach people at the Agri Lab how to preserve these fruits, how to dry fruits, how to make pepper sauce, seasoning, and ensure that those products have shelf life that are long. There are many people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who establish businesses around the production of pepper sauce and seasoning. Coming to mind is Erica McIntosh, who is a Johnny come lately, and the Bowmans, who had Bowman's pepper sauce. My people, when you go to the supermarket, you found local made guava trees, mango trees, and all of these trees. Pastes, jellies and jams that were made from the fruits that we have in abundance. And they were sold in the supermarkets. Today, you can't find those things. There's no jam, no jellies, no guava cheeses or paste, no seasonings, and no pepper sauce that are produced by Vincentians in the supermarket. You know why? The very first order of business for James Mitchell was to close on the Agri Lab. Now, all of the skills that our aunties and mothers were using to produce all of these things and create a business out of it to take care of the family, all of the art were lost. It is only Erica McIntosh, who was an employee at the Agri Lab, who is now functioning in the capacity. Every 4 years we had a national exhibition where the grammar school pastures was cordoned off, divided into stalls, tents and other things were set up. And people from all over the country would prepare for this national exhibition. It will take 4 years experimenting and coming up with stuff to show off at the exhibition. From livestock, agricultural products, locally made products, they did everything. It was one of my favorite times when they have the national exhibition. The next thing James Mitchell did is he cut it out because he didn't think the blacks of in St. Vincent and the Grenadines should be so ambitious that they are producing such high level quality products and putting them on display. At the Botanical Gardens, there was a stud station where they had some goats and sheep, large animal. They stand at least, 4 feet tall. When you want to improve your livestock, you go there with your female sheep or your goat and they will breed them for you. And you will enhance the quality of your stock. He destroyed that too. A high quality production plant at Diamond called the Diamond Dairy, which were producing fruits and milk drinks, chocolate milk and so forth. James Mitchell put that out of operation for absolutely no reason at all. It was one of the best quality product you can find in the Caribbean. He put it out of because he, guess what? He had our enemy James Mitchell had a systematic plan in how he going to make Vincentians poor and put them on the breadline. Milton came to buy an old sugar factory from Guyana, $1 million. It was his way of helping the Guyanese economy recover. Instead of giving them a loan that they can't pay back, we'll give you this loan, but in favor, give us one your sugar factory, and you don't have to pay it back. Vincentians got involved in the production of sugar, in sugar cane, planting sugar cane, reaping sugar cane, and producing sugar. James Mitchell went as far as to give those shopkeepers, especially in the French's area, who were his supporters, metals to put in their packages so that the people can complain that they are finding rust metals in the sugar. And you know what he did? As soon as he became Prime Minister, closed down the sugar industry, not the factory, the entire industry. Hundreds of farmers and farm workers went out of business. The Camden Park Industrial Estate, which had about 20 or so factories, employed almost 30 to 40,000 Vincentians. He used the trade unions to put them out of business. Noel Jackson, Alice Mandeville, and all of these people. The next thing you hear, almost 40,000 Vincentians are on the breadline, begging and scrunting. The glove factory he closed down. The Coca-Cola factory he report Randolph Russell and closed it down. The banana industry he destroyed. We had a coconut production factory in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that produced coconut oil and soaps from coconut. Thousands of Vincentians depended on that factory to make a living. Every time they are purchasing theirs, you see hundreds of Vincentians with their sacks of copra come to sell to the factory. James Mitchell closed it down and take away their bread. He said, coconut have cholesterols, which is bad for you. It is true that coconut has cholesterol, but the cholesterol that is found in coconut is the good cholesterol that acts as a counteraction against the bad cholesterol which is found in meat. And because St. Vincent was an agricultural based economy, and because we have been getting millions upon millions of dollars from the exportation of bananas, he came up with another plan to destroy the agriculture industry. He destroyed everything else. Now, he started destroying the lands that Vincentians could use for agriculture, this production. At the Utley Hall, acres upon acres of flat land. Utley Hall was once a very productive agricultural place. To ensure that no one come up with a bright idea to put those lands in Utley Hall into production of agricultural product, you know what he did? He borrowed $290 million US to ensure he destroy Attlee Hall. He put down the marina, and up to today, the people still have to pay back the money. The marina never make a profit. Almost 25 years that marina have been there sitting idly because he didn't want Vincentians to farm it. He leased all of the lands in Caliqua, the Krong lands. Sorry, all of Kanawan. All of the Krong lands in Kanawan, he leased them. Because Kanawan, the lands in Kanawan is also fertile. The only thing, they have a shortage of fresh water. But those lands could be used for planting stuff. The Danish own some land, lease some lands at Overland. He take away the Danish lands in a big grandstand and he give them much more lands in Chateaubelair. He take those lands which could be used for agricultural purposes and he cut them up in small lots and give the people to build house on. We didn't understand what he was doing. He was trying to ensure he destroyed the economy of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and put Vincentians in a place of hardship where they can barely make a living. And then he make a decision. When they had the election, he and Ralph Gonsalves went to Grand Beach in Grenada and discussed all that he have done and what is next to be done. Now, if you notice, Ralph Gonsalves is ensuring that Vincentians never get the opportunity to become productive and own their own farms again. He has been taking away all of the arable lands and give them to white men. The recolonization of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Look at what he did in Bookament. He took all the farmers of the land in Bookament, hand them over to David Ames, and now to the hotels, to Sanders, to put hotels. Look what he did in Georgetown, the diagnostic center. Instead, he built a 3-story building. He utilized all of the land that people were using to do farming. And he spread out all of the buildings all over the land. Because he don't want Vincentians to make a living by farming. Because they will be their own boss. They will determine how they work, when they work, and what they accomplish. He did the same thing with the diagnostic center in the Leeward End. He take away arable lands from farmers and give it to a Guyanese so he can do quarrying on that land. He changed the lease agreement with the Kanawan industry into a sale, and he gave them all of the remaining Krong land that was available on Kanawan. The Mount Twin area, which is fairly flat land, flat arable land. You know what they did? He gave it away to foreigners to put hotels again. My people, the Argyle area was very flat land with a river that runs through it. That land could have been easily converted into farmland, producing thousands of tons of vegetables and fruits every year that are being exported. He destroyed the agriculture land and put down an international airport. This was supposed to be the savior of St. Vincent and the Grenadines economy. But it's a strain because the international airport is not an international airport. They don't have credit, they were not accredited. And my people, the government has to be subsidizing the airport every year to ensure it stays open. They will have to sell it just now to a private company because they will not be able to do anything else with it. And during all of this time, he had been raping our women and little boys, making them slaves. My people, we didn't know the Caucasians was our enemies. We thought we were the same. I never had an interest in being a friend of the Caucasians. Never, ever, ever had an interest in doing that. I never voted for Ralph Gonsalves. I never voted for James Mitchell. Yes, we are all ignorant of the facts that I have uncovered and are now bringing to your attention. The Bible says, not me, it's the Bible that says it. If we can't believe the Most High God, who are we going to believe? If when truth has come to us, we are not going to accept truth, we are going to prefer it. And our children are going to go into slavery, like the African American children here. My people, this is serious, serious business, you know. And I'm speaking off the top of my head. When you make a mistake, you have to admit that you make a mistake and correct it. Otherwise, you're going to prefer it. My people, the Caucasians are devils. And that is the long and short of it. This is not figurative, this is literal. It is not time for me to go into that yet, because I want to make sure that the people understand what I'm saying right now in this initial stage. But I will advance in the teachings as the days and weeks go forward. My name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son, the diaspora machismo.